until now. So when I ask him if he wants to make a video, if he's thought of making a video of this cool story, I guess you could say, his immediate reaction, he writes back as, no. He goes, you know what, now I'm getting nervous about it. He goes, you know, Fenn did not say we were in confidence doing this, or he was saying it in confidence with me, but I feel personally I'd be breaking a confidence by telling the story. If Forrest Fenn tells you a story in public, outside, you know, about, I could walk directly to the treasure chest from here, and he doesn't say anything about this just between you and me off the record or whatever stuff, there's no problem. Forrest Fenn's been doing this for years. He knows what he's doing. If he said something like that, I'd almost take the opposite approach. I would almost think he expects the story to be told. But this guy gets cold feet, which of course makes me suspicious. And so then everything kind of goes downhill. The guy not only gets cold feet, he says he would prefer to keep it private between him and me, because we're messaging, and he would like me to delete the comments that he has made about this conversation with Forrest Fenn. And that's why I'm not able to refer directly to the comments that were on my iwi page, this page you're looking at, because I deleted them. But I have the messages that we've shared between us. So this is the broad view of how this is going. Man starts commenting on one of my YouTube videos. Says he finds it difficult to know when Fenn is... Thank you, Tober. He finds it difficult to know when Fenn is telling the truth and not telling the truth. I agree with him. Sorry, I'm watching the... Yeah. Honey, don't knock over the camera. Come on. Sorry about that. Cat attack. Alright, so here's the crux of it. A guy has had me delete all of his comments about this conversation he had with Forrest Fenn in Santa Fe, New Mexico, on my webpage, Iwi, I-I-W-I-I, It Is What It Is Productions. He's had me delete all the comments because he now thinks he shouldn't be speaking out in public about this. But he would like to have a private conversation with me about it because he hasn't told me everything. And there's more to the story. But he doesn't want to make a video about it. So I say, well, I'll just start reading the messages because that's all I've got left. After I told him I would like to see us to make a video of it, he says, writing you about my comment on YouTube regarding the conversation with Fenn, you asked me to elaborate. Sometimes we do things in haste or for other reasons that we regret. I probably should not have mentioned the conversation in Santa Fe for a variety of reasons, but it has been driving me crazy. I needed to tell someone and get their input to help me understand the exchange with Fenn. After receiving your last YouTube response to my comment, I decided it was a mistake to post it. I feel as though I am breaking a confidence. Excuse me. Your YouTubes have helped me quite a bit, so I selected you to reveal this. I have thought this over and made a decision. I will not respond to your request publicly, but I would provide further details to you privately through email or whatever on the promise you would keep it private. If you would be willing to go private on this, I will be willing to share further details, but first I need a favor. Please delete my comments. Like I said, I feel like I may have broken a confidence with Fenn and want my public story to be taken down. If this is not possible, then I will have to end further details. By the way, the part of the story that I did reveal to you and anyone else that happens to see it, I do not feel was said in confidence, but I now realize it would raise so many questions that I would have to reveal too much to verify. The proverbial can of worms, you know. Thanks for your revelations and help on YouTube. If you respond to this by removing my post and reply to this email, I will help you by giving you more details And you can help me by whatever ideas this information may trigger in your head. Thank you, Genie in the Bottle. Okay, so at this point I'm already kind of... Guy doesn't want to go public with his story. He said too much. He would have to reveal too much if this became public. It's already sounded sketchy to me. It sounded like it's a hoax. I don't know why people do these kind of things if in fact that's what's going on. I don't know why people post things in the treasure hunt that when they're confronted with having to reveal where they got this information, if it's something no one's ever heard of and it sounds kind of sketchy, and then suddenly they don't have the information, the dog ate their homework, and you just go, you know, is it just it's just for attention? Is that all this is? Attention? That some people just find it fun to go on and kind of tweak people and get them going, running in circles about stuff. Thank God for myself, at least, that I'm very focused on what I'm doing, reading the poem, reading the book, reading a few other books, and thinking about it a lot, and reading a lot about it, and reading other people's ideas, and generally getting a consensus in my head that has nothing to do with any... I mean, this is what... Well, I have a solve no one's ever thought of. Or at least I have a solve no one's ever discussed. So, that's good in a way. But sometimes I think, why hasn't anyone thought of this? But that's kind of probably what I'm sure Fenn is always saying. Why hasn't anyone figured this out? And other people have said the same thing. They're almost scared to reveal their solve because to them it seems so obvious until, of course, you go out there and can't find it. And then it's not so obvious. But anyway, people that like to get on and just throw little rocks and get people stirred up and pissed off and angry or excited, I don't get it. I just don't get it. But I never guess I will understand that kind of behavior. Except maybe if you're really young, and maybe some of these people are really young. In this case, I have no idea what this guy's trying to pull off here. It's as he himself says, he doesn't even understand it. He says that in both the comments I deleted and in the messages. He says, well, I think in the messages. But he says, I really don't understand what Fenn was trying to say because it doesn't make sense that he could walk to the treasure from some place in the middle of San Diego. Not if you take all his hints and clues and everything at face value. He said it's 8.25 miles north of Santa Fe. That's your starting point to understand where it is. And Fenn originally said he just said that to keep people out of Santa Fe so they wouldn't dig up his yard. Something to that effect. He said, I was tired of people trying to get to my yard to dig up the treasure. So I just told them, look, for starters, it's at least 8.25 miles north of Santa Fe. So, we're now going to just read from the private messages we had to understand the psychology of how this goes at this point between me and this user. When he says this thing about, thanks for your revelations and help on YouTube, if you respond to this by removing my post and reply to the email, I will help you by giving you more details and you can help me with more information and maybe he's saying basically, maybe we can work together to figure out what this conversation means. I write back, hey, no problem. I won't inquire any further. If you want to delete your post, I think you can. Some people have probably read it, so I'll leave it up to you. No problems. Don't feel bad. I don't think it's a big deal in the end. Seriously, I don't. My thought was, why do I have to go delete your friggin' comments? As far as I know, you can delete your own comments. Can't you? If you put a comment on someone's YouTube page, can't you delete it? I went and looked at, just to make sure, I went and looked at a comment I had left on someone's YouTube page, and it said right next to my comment, it gave me the delete option. I didn't use the delete option because I didn't want to delete my comment, but I verified it was there. So I'm thinking, why is this guy asking me to delete his comments? But I just wrote back and said, you can delete your own comments. Go for it. I'm not offended. I don't care. End of conversation. He writes back, I cannot delete. I have tried, but I know that you can do it. Other vlogs do it. He's going around asking other vlog admins to delete his messages? Bing! That doesn't make any sense to me. Other vlogs do it? But since you are not interested, I will end communication with you. It was the context of my conversation that would have interested you, but so be it. Thank you. I enjoy your stuff. His name. Okay. You seeing a problem here? I do it anyway. And maybe I'm just overthinking it. But now it's like, boy, oh boy, you are really missing an opportunity, Eric. I've got information and you really would want to see it. But, you know, and you need to do what I tell you. And you need to delete my comments. Because on other vlogs, they'll delete my comments if I ask them to. It's exactly what he said. He didn't say, yeah, on other vlogs I could delete my own comments, but he didn't say that. He said, I'm asking you to delete my comments. Other people do it for me. That's essentially what he said. Which, to me, just sounds ridiculous. Or it just sounds, I don't believe him. Yeah, I'm starting to get really fishy about this guy. I say, oh, if you couldn't delete it, I will. Halo, please. I thought I had been able to, when I had comments, I wanted to delete on other people's vlogs. No worries. I'm being very nice about this. I'm not even angry. Now I'm just kind of perplexed. Why is it going on to this weird thread? Why is it getting personal, I guess, is what I'm really saying. He says to that, sorry you weren't interested. I think you would have benefited, but okay. Thanks for deleting. Next day. Now here it turns for the worse. He writes me, need help deleting my comments? See the link above. It spells it out for you. Thanks again. The link is to a tutorial about how to delete comments on YouTube. Now I'm kind of going, this is getting weird. I mean, so now you're kind of getting smarmy or sarcastic with me. And I've deleted the comments. I've deleted all the comments about the conversation on the sidewalk in Santa Fe where Fenn tells him supposedly I could walk directly to the treasure chest from here. That's what I've deleted. I have not deleted the first comment where he was just saying in effect, do you ever find it hard to figure out what Fenn means when he kind of plays with words and stuff? That's a very generic comment. I left it there. It had nothing to do. He had not elaborated on the conversation in Santa Fe, etc. But I had deleted all the comments about the conversation in Santa Fe. He writes back, need help deleting my comments? So I write back and I say, Halo, oh, I didn't know you wanted them all deleted. I'll do that. Very nice guy here. I'm working with the guy, even though I think at this point he's very sketchy. Next day, I get now I've deleted every comment. I've deleted essentially the thread. The only thing I've left in, if they're even still there, I'm not sure if they remained, were my comments, which of course would look kind of strange. They may have all gone away. Yeah, because I did, but anyway, it doesn't matter. I deleted all the comments that started with him popping up on my page and led up to this conversation about this talk with Forrest Fenn in Santa Fe. He's talking to me now, after I've deleted all the comments, which I shouldn't even have to delete his comments, but he writes back, what are you talking about? I was speaking of my references to Fenn and his statements. You have deleted nothing. You. He didn't actually go, you. It's just that it said you, and then there was nothing after that. So I don't know if he just stopped typing or he deleted part of it, didn't understand what he had done or what. It doesn't really matter. He's still being this sarcastic guy saying that, you know, you aren't doing what I asked you to do. And I think I have. So I wrote this to his, I thought, kind of bitchy little thing about, oh, what are you talking about? I was speaking to my blah, blah, blah. I wrote, I have no idea. I deleted them at my end. Plus, I can delete my comments on other people's vlogs when you say you can't. So there is a problem. And I blocked you on my YouTube page yesterday because of it. Good luck and goodbye. And that's it, folks. That's the whole brunt of it. I blocked him on my YouTube page, plus I blocked him on my Gmail. Because the guy's playing games. A guy on my YouTube page comments on my videos and says that he had a conversation with Forrest Fenn on a sidewalk in Santa Fe, New Mexico, in which Forrest Fenn said 4 times, I could walk directly to the treasure chest from here. And when I confronted this person, or when I asked this guy nicely, and I meant it because I thought it would be a really cool video to him to be involved in, if we could make a video telling everybody about this conversation, he got cold feet and he started getting bitchy about me deleting his comments that he apparently could not delete. And so I ended up deleting everything he wanted. But in the end, I found it so irritating that I just got him off my page because I don't want to deal with this kind of crap, people. I am very serious about treasure hunt. I am going out probably at the end of May, and if I don't find it then, I'm going back probably this summer. I am so sure that I know where it's at. I literally just have to find it. I know what I'm looking for. I know where I have to be to find what I'm looking for. And I think when I find what I'm looking for, I will find the treasure. I hope. But when people get on these pages and they play these games, it irritates me, because for them it's fun, or it's a way to get attention, or it's a way to stir people up. I know some people that are immature think it's fun to kind of have power over people by knowing that they can get them going, they can irritate them, and you know, when you're a kid, I guess that's kind of fun. You see it a lot with kids with trolling. They just troll you. They just troll to get people PO'd. I'm at the stage of life, I want to find this treasure. I'm in it for real. So, I will make one final comment about these messages, about this, his comments on my page. When he said at the end of this first message, he referred to himself as genie in the bottle. That, you know, he's saying I'm the genie in the bottle. He is saying, I'm the genie in the bottle. The genie in the bottle, of course, was someone who could come out and grant you wishes, life-changing wishes. And so he's really pushing the concept that he has information that is going to be life-changing for me. I know I'm stretching what he said a little bit, but he says, I'm genie in the bottle. So he's already alluded to having this private information that I'm really going to be interested in hearing. I'm like, no, doesn't sound right. Ding, ding, ding. Radar's going off. Doesn't sound right. That's all we got for you, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. It's kind of a crazy story. It's not as crazy as some other stories, but it certainly, for me, ranks up there. Some people are going to take it to heart. I know a few might and say, this really could mean something. Maybe it does. I don't know. I don't know. This is why we need verification on everything in this freaking hunt. So that's all I got for you, folks. Lots of crazy stuff out there on the web with Forrest Fenn hunt. Seems to get worse as time goes on. You don't really know what to believe. I'm just going to do what I do and go out and look for the treasure. I hope everyone's having a good time. I hope they enjoy the summer coming up. Like I said, this is an early one for me to do it this early. I hope everyone has fun and has a good day. Goodbye.